What is up, YouTube? It's Taylor here, and I am so excited to chat with you today about something that you might not think about, or something that maybe doesn't come across your mind on a daily basis, and that is taxes. I know, everybody's least favorite T word. One of my favorite T words, aside from my name, of course. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by and watching a video. Please hit that subscribe button and please like this video. Also, comment down below if you do have any specific questions about what I'm gonna share with you, which is taxes. So with that, I'm gonna dive right in and just let you guys know that I absolutely love sharing my thoughts. All of the things that I share with you and talk about in every single video is just merely my opinion, is merely my story, my experiences with whatever it is that I'm sharing with you. So please keep that in mind, especially on today's video, because I am not a tax professional, okay? I am not a CPA, I'm not an accountant, I do not have any specific type of training, licensing, certification, anything like that. So again, this is my experience when it comes to taxes. Let's jump right in. All right, jumping right into that, first point is to find a tax professional that is right for you. There are so many people out there who are certified to do taxes and who can help you with strategies, but there are very few that actually you could benefit from and profit from the most. And so a few things that I like to keep in mind for finding a tax professional is to make sure that that person has similar investments, similar interests as you do. Because at the end of the day, those are going to be what they are researching and they are finding out more information on. So for example, our tax guy has rental properties. Well, that's perfect because we are also, we have one rental property we're looking at continually growing. And not only are they going to help you become a better investor, but they themselves are going to become a better investor. So I really encourage you to find somebody who has similar interests so that you can not only maximize those tax credits, but also be able to ask some of those tough questions or some of those gray area questions that you might not feel comfortable typing into Google or not really knowing who to trust. So that is a really, really big point that I like to bring to the table when somebody asks me about a tax professional. So again, you want to make sure that they know what the heck they're talking about. The second thing that has a lot to do with what I just mentioned is trust. You need to be able to trust these people. You need to be able to ask these questions. Taxes, money, accounting, these are all very intimate things, right? Very intimate numbers and details. And so we need to be able to ask those questions. My tax guy literally will be like, I will find out the answer to that. I will literally call the IRS and ask them, whatever it might be. And he is also always coming to the table with new ideas. And so he trusts me, I trust him on that side of things, knowing that he is doing his best to help keep money in my pocket. And I know he does that for other clients as well. And that's the same for the right person for you as well. Now, I am not opposed to paying taxes. I am not opposed at all to paying taxes. But I do believe that the tax code that the IRS has written is built to reward people who are doing things that are stimulating the economy. So creating jobs, creating housing. There's a lot of dollars out there that can be used to your advantage just by being an entrepreneur, just by starting a small business. Anything along those lines, there is something out there for you to take advantage of. There have been several years that we have benefited greatly from using our tax professional. He has brought different ideas to the table, different thoughts in mind, and has actually saved us quite a bit of money over the years. So when you're thinking about how much somebody costs, rather switch that to become an investment. Switch it to become an investment into your business and into yourself, because not only are they going to help, pinpoint all of the things that you can help work on in your business financially, but they'll also be able to help keep money in your pocket, keep money in your business. And I know that our tax guy that we use has done that 10 times over, at least, for the money that we pay him every single year. So please keep that in mind, that you're not paying somebody as an expense. You're using that as an investment into your family and into your business. So that's another good thing to keep in the front of your mind. Another section that I want to talk to you about is setting up an LLC and really what the difference is between a W-2 employee and a 1099 or business owner. Now, again, I'm not a tax professional, but this is the best way that has been explained to me. Robert Kiyosaki, through Rich Dad, Poor Dad book, really explained it the best. And so I'm going to do a quick recap of that so that you can also grasp the ideas if you haven't yet already. So W-2 income, if you're working at a job, somebody's paying you a paycheck every 2 weeks. What happens is you earn the total amount of money. You get taxes deducted from that total amount of money. And then you get to take home whatever's left. Okay, now this middle number can be adjusted by your deductions throughout the year and different things like that. But for the most part, this is what you're stuck with. This is what you get every single year. And that's not bad. It's just the way that W-2 income works. However, if you are a business owner or a 1099, depending on however you file as an S Corp, C Corp, anything like that, this is generally how this works. You make your total amount of money that you're making. You get to use all of that for spending, investing, putting back into your business, and then whatever is left over, you get taxed on this amount. This is a huge, huge advantage. So I know I've talked about side hustles before and starting something. This tax example alone is enough to make you want to start something, because you could literally see that there's so many things you can do to work that in your advantage. So let's say you make $100,000 with your 1099 position. You have $100,000 coming in the front end, right? You got this big number coming in. Now let's say you invest and use $50,000 for your business, for yourself, for personal development, for equipment, whatever it is. What happens is you actually get taxed on the $50,000 that is not business expense. That is not a business expense. So now you're paying taxes on this $50,000 versus this full $100,000. So as you can see, there's some different things you can do in the middle of this sequence and in the middle of this formula to, again, use to your advantage. And again, I'm not opposed to paying taxes. I am paying every single penny that I feel that I owe, and that is with the, with the help of my tax professional as well. But there is some things we can do to help control that a little bit more to our advantage. And so we create jobs, I create jobs, I stimulate the economy, I spend money, and so it is really helping the community by doing so. And so with that, that is basically the easiest way that I've been explained to of how W-2 income versus 1099 income works. Now, as a 1099, you also have the ability to essentially create a business entity, a business structure. And really the only difference between this and a personal tax return is that by creating either an LLC or some sort of a corporation, you are now protected. You are now personally better protected. And what that means is basically you create different LLCs for different columns of your different businesses. So we started out, just had one LLC, added another LLC, we added another LLC for our specific property. And that is really what you're going to do, because what happens is if something were to happen in one of these columns, in one of your businesses, one of your entities, all that can happen is that your one column can be destroyed, which means somebody could sue you, you were wrong, you treated somebody unfairly, whatever, millions of different things that could happen that probably won't happen. But what happens is you have these columns, and that is what we're going to use as our protection. And so over time, you will start to grow and grow and grow and have multiple LLCs. And it's just this really interesting way of diversifying and protecting yourself. So the LLC, I file as an S Corp, and basically what that means is that those taxes flow through, that income flows through into my personal returns. So I still do pay, obviously, individual tax returns, but my businesses also pay taxes on each of those different entities. So that's a little quick blurb about that. There's a lot of different ways you can file and you can create entities and have those different taxation laws. So again, I encourage you to take a look at those more in depth with a tax professional if you have not yet already. So with that, that is everything that I wanted to share with you today about a little bit of info for you on taxes. I feel that it's such a widely under-known and underutilized, not a thing, but it is a thing. And one of the reasons I feel that is because people live in fear. People live in fear of being audited. People live in fear of that. People would rather speak in public or die than be audited, which is just crazy. So get your ducks in a row. do the right thing and get somebody that's in your corner playing for you to help you with all of these taxes and some of these concepts that I just mentioned. So if you like that video, please share it with a friend. Please share it on social media. If you're on social media, find me. I'm at BizLate. I've got Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, obviously. So anyways, I will see you guys on the next video and hope you have a great day.